A very good afternoon to everyone present here. A very warm welcome, Sanjay sir. A very welcome to everyone specifically for this session today. The topic for the session would be entrepreneurship in the eyes of the young generation. And to enlighten us for the session today, we have with us senior HR professional, Mr. Sanjay Sachdeva, who's a dynamic HR professional with more than 30 years of experience in strategic HRM, organizational development. He has worked in corporate like Escorts Limited, CII Northern Region, IDS, Infotech, Secure Meters, Reliance Communication, and Coca-Cola. I would also like to highlight that Mr. Sachdeva, he's founder member of local branch AIMA, Faridabad Management Association, that is, and he's also life member of National HRD Network and IST and TIE. He's also a certified trainer for SHRM courses and certified coach by ICF. He's also consultant for works in human resource and labor law compliances, the new labor code that is. Sir is also he's also currently the founder at the People Management Solutions and Learning Pathshala. And he also organizes campus to corporate HR summits for academia and talk by CEOs. And he has covered more than 100 workshops conducted, which has been done by ACER for his major clients, whether it is in-house or external, or whether it is external. A very warm welcome, sir. We are really grateful that you've took out time to enlighten all of us and give us the inputs. And now, not taking much of your time, the floor is open to you for your guidance. So please.
Thanks, Dr. Divya. Thanks a lot. This is a session for all the young and vibrant, what I'll say, Generation Z. If the students know what is Generation Z and Millennium Age, the young entrepreneurs going to be in the age of 1997 born and 2012, who are born in between 1997 and 2012 are Generation Z. So you all who are in the screen here are from Generation Z. So this workshop and the previous one, the people who are born between 1981 to 1996, means who are from 26 years, who are just some age or some more years to you, are called millennials. So maximum people today are millennials. Who are working in the organizations are millennials because they cross 26, they are in between 41, so they are millennials. And you all who are here, or the students who are in the city university, all are Generation Z, and they are going to be the future of this India. So Generation Z is a big chunk which is ready to take on either at a entrepreneurship or at going to work for the organization. They all are going to be the next future of India. So today also some of the big shots have said big, like Mr. Aditya Birla and Mr. From someone from HDFC Bank, one from a pharma company. Everyone is talking Unilever. Everyone is talking that 2023 is going to be the year for India. So that is the major thing which you people, we all are dependent. We all are looking forward to the Generation Z, which you all are. So how to start with? You all are looking forward to be entrepreneurs. Now I will divide, I will share some of the very black and white things with you. I'm not going to show you a moon and then you will not be able to achieve a moon. I will share a very black and white thing, and also try, if some of you are going to be entrepreneur, it is fine. But if you are not an entrepreneurship, if you are not into it, then also note down very carefully, if you are going for a job also, then also this all qualities are to be there in you. You are not going, everyone is not going to be entrepreneur, because you need some of the features, some of the qualities, some of the specific reasons to be an entrepreneur. Why, when, how, we are trying to inculcate the organizations, the industry, the government, the universities are trying to have built entrepreneurship qualities in you. But then also, if you are not an entrepreneur, then also try to build all these features in your day-to-day work when you are going to work for any organization. Now, when this is very clear that you all are going to be Generation Z and you are going to work for our country, you are going to work for yourself and all this kind of. So I'll give you some of the, before I'll give an example that how it all work. When I started my career in 1991 from the company called Escorts Group, remember, listen very carefully that how it is inculcated, entrepreneurship is inculcated in you. And I started, I'm ICWI intermediate also. So I started to look for some HR course, for some course in finance. So someone shared with me, you do something in HR in 1991 and HR was just starting. I started doing a course in HR and then I got very passionate about HR diploma course and I met number of HR heads and IR industrial relation heads. And I thought of that, they said you have to, and this Faridabad Management Association, Noida Management, HRD Network, this all are some of the industrial bodies who do a lot of work for industries. They do a lot of work in HR. So they said, Sanjay, you have to do one workshop. Now I'll tell you, Dr. Divya, they all are from HR or from some other verticals also?
Sir, all of them, they belong to different sectors, not from HR. So it's a mix. Yes, sir. It's a mix.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you are into any of the verticals, I'm just giving an example of HR vertical. They said, Sanjay, do a one training program. And many of you people attend a training program, just like this workshop is organized by Dr. Divya Khurana and some of our colleagues. They have to, you see, this is what is a business model. Divya have to do end-to-end to organize this workshop. It's not just a sending a mail. It is not just getting a profile of Sanjay Sachdeva, setting your own this Zoom session. Then some of the team member is not available because of some emergency. Then who to be supporting us? So this is an ecosystem. If an ecosystem has to be done, it's the same way it is for an entrepreneurship also. You can't say, Ki, oh, I can do this, I can make a business. No, dear, it's not so easy. You can check when you will be someone working on your own. If you are from an IT, if you are from some other vertical, you have to see what are the 10 things which a business require. What are the 10 things? That is the reason that this, when some of the verticals try to have a industry, you have to get you're doing some what I'll say some event in your organization and you need a sponsorships, or you want to do a placement drive. You will be surprised. IAMS people also, when do a placement drives, they also connect with HR heads or CEOs of the company. Their own, they have a cell. So different cells are created in university, and the reason for creating this cell is that kind of a challenge that you have to get someone like you want to get a company like Reliance Jio into your organization to do a placement drive. It's not an easy. You have to write a mail. You have to get him. It's a challenge. So business is a challenge. Business is not that you can do something. Business is a challenge. So you have to take on challenge. Dr. Divya Khurana has taken a challenge to all get Sanjay Sachdeva on board, to get Zoom session on. And if he is placed, if Sanjay is not coming, who's the backup on that? So this is the way entrepreneurship and all things work. So when I coming back to that, I was told to do a workshop, and what I was to do, you have to earn money for. So at that time, I built up a profit and loss. In 1990, when I just passed out from my college and done MBA, and then I said, okay, I'll have to do one profit and loss. So at that time in 1990, I created a profit and loss, that who is going to be the speaker, what will be the earning, because the money has to be earned. So what will be the expenses, what will be the cost of the training program, that 2,000 rupees per participant if it is to be organized, and the profit to be earned. So that inculcated me in 1990. So today, when I joined other organization, that was inbuilt in me that this kind of things has to be done. This passion. So first of all, very important thing, you all people should be very clear that young and vibrant, if you have seen who are hit today, they all are young and vibrant of nearly mid 30s or early 40s. They all are, can be said, they are part of a generation X. They all are generation X, like if I say from Flipkart, from Ola, from Uber, they all who started an India business, they all are part and parcel of generation X. They are born between 1965 to 80. So they are 35, they are 42, maximum is that age. So this all people are now into this, and they are, youngsters are always ready to take a challenge. So before I'll give you one more example, what Amazon. Now Amazon started their business by, first business they had on Amazon was selling books. Only selling books. They collected the books from the different authors, from the different publishers, and this site, created a site, and the books were available. That was the first business. Now, why you have to understand from it that you all have to find the area where is the gap. At that time, when Amazon came up, they said that there is a gap of the books are not available at one place. So what is the gap? If the gap is, you have to find out. People are finding today maximum gap in IT. So that you people, because in last 10 years, IT has taken a big shape. Everything is digitalized. So what happened that everyone is looking for some solution through IT. Not everything through IT. If a solution they are finding a gap at COVID time, that this is issue, please digitalization, I can't go outside to buy, so online buying happened, online everything is started. I'll give you an example to youngsters. This was the gap in which you will try to find out. So you all people have to note down what is the gap in any specific business. The gap is, you have, like, you go and see the red lights. Everywhere we have a red lights, and we stand there for 4 to 5 minutes, 3 to 2 minutes, and then our turn comes and we move on. Now some youngsters in Chandigarh find out that if there is the sum of, and this is centralized at one place, every light is such a structure that every light is connected to each other, and where they find out that if some roads are, or some of the paths are too much of, you don't have a point to stand, and then also you have to stand for 3 minutes for there, and there is no rush or no such panic in that way. So they said they created a software. They find out that this of the roads, automatically the system says that this road will be cleared and the other will be out. So the petrol will be saved, the energy will be saved, and the power will be saved, and you move on, the traffics are moving on. So this was some of the gap which was found by these two youngsters, and it was created in Chandigarh, and they moved on. What will happen, how they will do it, then I'll come to that also. But they find out the gap on this. Many find out a solar energy is to be used for creating all these lights to be by solar. So that both arrangements are there, but when, like, today, nowadays the winter is there and the sun is not coming out so much, so there can be a problem, then the lights can be on. But in the summer, you can have all these such lights are on by some solar. So that is one another gap they find out. The maximum gap, I'll give you another example. In early 90s, when I was in HR, I will not name the company, this was a job portal, and the job portal person was to come in on motorbike. So now try to evolve into it. He was just a youngster at that time, and he started coming to our organization and asking that Sanjay and his team, please give us some jobs which I can post. And this is the new thought process. We are trying to create a job portal, and you give us some jobs that you can put on, and the people will be also sharing their resumes. You can also search that resumes, or they will find out the job. That is what portals, usually a job portals do. We said, ki, okay, I'm talking about 90s, when this job was there, and he was ready to take a challenge, and he started his business from a small a garage in one of the house in his own house. He was IM graduate, and he started this challenge. He find out the gap that everybody is looking for a consultant, and there is no job portal. And I can assure you that was the first organization or a job portal company to start with. And we also said, Ki, yeah, okay, let's give him a 2-3 jobs. So we given him a job, but he was so passionate about it, and he started from a garage. And today that company is of 1,000 crore. After 30 years, you can say, or whatever the time it is. And the share value of that company is nearly 1,000 rupee per share. So you can see that how he evolved himself, how he has to take on. And but what are the reasons that companies are growing up, that Flipkart grown up, your Amazon grown up, and they evolved themselves. You can't say that they have not evolved. They started from zero, from scratch, and now they are a big turnovers company. But some of this in between this path, they have a up and down. But yes, some of them have sustained and some of them have not sustained. So you have, after finding a gap in the market, know your audience. So who are your audience in HR if you look, or in IT you look, or I'll give you another example. You have seen many nowadays. Everybody is looking for two things are very pro to startups. One is your IT, who are finding gaps because everything COVID has pushed us for all this, for online and digitalization and all. So if you are passionate about your job, you can able to find out. I'll give you another one example. IIT Mumbai, two youngsters find out, and I don't know about CT University, in Chirkara University also. I usually visits to these colleges, and I saw many of the cafeteria things are initiated by the own students. This IIT Mumbai, you see, I'm repeating this. IIT Mumbai, who is the highly paid campus placements are highly placed, and they go and become a CEOs of the company. The two guys from this, during their course, started making a lassi, the Punjabi lassi, and one was sick because he initiated that. And Mumbai is a very hot and summer during May, June, July. So they started making lassi, and it was total planned, and done this thing. So if you are passionate about finding a gap in food, you're finding a gap in IT, anything which you are finding a gap, and you should be very clearly, I'm sharing with you, you should be very, and your audience are very clear. Today, the cafeteria people are audience. The IT people are each public who is looking for an online course or courses, online courses. You see, now during the 2 year, everybody was finding a gap and making a students to for online study, tuitions, everything. So if you find a gap in the 2 years of COVID, you find the gap that everyone is looking for online tuitions, online coaching, online everything. Yes, today we are suffering. Today we got a hit. That's a separate thing. But yes, at that time we had a vision. We set a goal that this 2 years we need a support, and this all online coaching courses were built up, online contents were built up. So what we were looking forward to, you should build up that way. So what is the when you find out the gap, when you have the gap is found in the market, your audience, you have know that these are my audience. Now, what is your business plan? What you have to do? You have to, I'll very candid in sharing this. If you are not clear about your business plan, that what you are looking forward in doing this, I'll tell you, I was part of one of the panel in some of the Punjab government, and they were looking for someone shared. The two young girls from technical universities in Punjab, they presented that how the hairs which are kept when they are kept cut, and how to use that cut hairs, and other things can be made from the cut hairs. Now, you will be surprised, another one, someone presented how that agarbattis and all which are burned, all the flowers which are in the temples and gurdwaras or somewhere, all that flowers to be used in making agarbattis and accents, this one. So you have to find out that this is my business plan. Now, she presented in all my participants here. You only have 6-7 minutes. I don't know how much you know about entrepreneurship and how you much know about the startups. You have only 6 minutes to present your idea to the people who are going to invest your company or who want to be some interest that this is a good proposal by the young generation. And everywhere you will find a young generation. If you are passionate about it, please go forward to it. So you have to be very passionate about this. You have to be very resilient in this. Now, what is a resilient? Now, last 2 years, COVID, you all startups in online studies, coaching and all minted money. Everybody minted money. But now when schools are started, colleges are started, only few of them are surviving and maximum got a hit because everything is now physical. So the resilience is required. You have to keep patience. If you don't have a patience, the up and down in the profit and loss will come. Sometimes it is loss. So you have to keep a patience. You have to be resilient. Yeah, no, my days will be bad. हमारे दिन भी आएंगे वापस आएंगे. But ये नहीं कि कोविड के साथ ही आएंगे. We have other reasons also. We have to find out some other alternatives. We have to find out some other options that how my online things will be there. So many schools have started are hybrid. That पढ़ाएंगे भी और physicals will be happen. So now if you are resilient, you in 10 minutes if you see a loss in your business, you go haywire. Oh, what happened? My business is gone. What I'll do and what is else? So that is not required in a business. Business will give you profits. So all these features, remember, dear friend, you have to be part of yourself. If you are not resilient, if you are not passionate about finding a gap, if you are not having that persona, your communication, why a businessman required a communication skills? Today, out of hundreds in Bangalore, in Hyderabad, last week, hundreds of young generation participated in World Championship of presenting the business plans. Whose business plan is going to be selected by the multinational company CEOs or the owners or the businessman, and they want to invest in this good idea which has been presented by people like you. Now, everyone, you have to be, so why I need a communication skill? You need a communication skill because in 7 minutes, you have to present your thought process to them. You need to be physically fit. You need to know what is the persona I have to carry because you are a CEO of a company. You need, if the question comes on, that how to respond to it. If the same question comes, you know that what if an online business is coming down, you should know that what is going to happen, how I have to respond, who is going to invest money in your business if it is going to hit. So you have to be present yourself. You have to be, and who is passionate? I'll tell you very clearly, dear. If you are passionate, nobody can stop you entering into your business, or nobody can hold you if the business is coming down because it's your passion. And when some passion is there, you are going to be Sachin Tendulkar. You are going to be anyone who is passionate about his work. If he's not passionate, he's going to get a hit and he says, oh yeah, let me go back to my job. Or oh no, bhai, I will get this. So you have to be passionate. Also, I'm very clear on it that you are seeing if someone is from a business family, they are very successful. They are very, because they see everyone in their family doing a business. So they have a 1+ point. If you are a daughter, son of someone who is working, who is not a business background and all that, they will have something because the ideas are not coming. And the people who are from a business family, the ideas come and their parents know that yes, he can continue or our support will be there. So they have a thought process. You will be you should have some of the IT professionals are there, hackathons. Now hackathons are for this only, that they will give you that I need some solutions to be made. What kind of a solution you are going to make for whatever the problem you are, and you will be given a 24/7. Now 24/7 is like 24 hours you are given. For 3 days you are going to be in one of the lab, and in that lab you have to create a program, a software, where you will find out solution and the best program is created. And the big prize monies are given. The issue is not of a prize, but the issue is that you have an inclination. The prize money is for that. You have that passion. You have that mindset that yes, I want to. Who thousands of students are there, only 100 students will come forward and participate in hackathons, who are 24 hours or 48 hours hackathons or 72 hours hackathon, and you will be awarded. I'll give you an example. My son it was in Dubai, and he was from one of the universities. He was in Dubai, and he participated in one of the hackathon organized by that university and from the Dubai government, UAE government, and he won that. He was second, and it was compulsory that you have to participate in with the local person. So they both participated, and some dollars were awarded. But you see, he is not going to be an entrepreneur, but that is also going to help him out for jobs. He is again, he gone for an MBA finance, he's gone for an MBA from France, and he has been selected by KPMG on, and he said, he was sharing with me, they asked about a hackathon, that how you got successful in the hackathon and all that, because you are creative. Issue is, by that hackathon, by that entrepreneurship participation, it shows that you are a creative person who is finding the gap and putting themselves into it and creating a gap and fulfilling that gap by hackathons and making your own. So if you are, because who is passionate, who is having a creative thoughts, who are resilient, because for 48 hours you are going to be at one place, and it is going to find out the solution, who have find out the good solution, who have a good problem. So you will be there successful, and you can take it forward into business or into a job. Now you should enjoy this, whatever you are doing. I am doing my HR work. I left my last assignment as a regular employee when I was heading HR of Coca-Cola for all over North India for their bottling plants. After that, I thought of, I'm into this from last 3.5 years now. I started at 52, now I'm 55. And I was having I'm happy. I enjoy. Either you at a young age or at a middle age or at an elderly age, you should enjoy your work. Either at a job also. You can't say if you are not enjoying your job, then also you are misfit to that job. If you are not enjoying your work, you are misfit to that work, your business, anything. You enjoy your business, then you see the things will be coming, and it will be, you will be reaching to that. If you will not enjoy your work, you have not passion, you don't have a liking, you will not. The young and vibrant two guys from Indore, see the city Indore, and you all people go through this because you are into colleges and hostels. They created a chai sutta bar, a chai kiosk, a tea kiosk. And the tea kiosk, they sold nearly, it is coming to 100 tea kiosks they have sold all over India. They minted money from that. And the idea was that we usually drink from the local chai wala or local tea. And first one into this business was from Chayos. I am graduate guy who came out with the first tea kiosk like this, who is professionally organized, professionally people are there with a dress up and everything, and it was Chayos. You all know about it. But yes, they are into Airtel cafeteria. They have sold the franchising, and the turnover is excellent. And in the last 2 years, when COVID came, everything was closed. None, no issues. They are resilient that the things will come back. On a Christmas day, yesterday in one of the malls, it was full. All tea kiosks, all hotels, all online hotels, and everything was full. They have started minting money now again. But the passion was there. The resilience was there in 2 years. They enjoy about this thought process. I organize a lot of training programs. I enjoy my work. If it gives me a profit, fine. If it doesn't give me a profit, that also is fine. So before you enter into it, dear, you are young, vibrant, 24/7. Research. You will be surprised. They have researched one company called Biryani by Kilo. They researched that what is the biryani and how that the business went well. Someone find out that the cabs are, we have to get a taxi, we have to get a cab, call a cab, some taxi owners and say this. No, Ola, Uber came out with the thought process that yes, here all things are available online. You just book it, and also on sharing and this. So this was that they find out. So someone they have done a research work that this is not available. So finding a gap before that, you find out the research work. Yes, yeah, this is that. You have to study. You have to know about it. You have to be creative about it. Thought process is to be like that. Now, biryani, you see today, by biryani by kilo. Now, every biryani person who was selling through a roadside places, they are also now organized. They are selling a biryani in a very professional manner. And biryani by kilo is a very high profile professional that you come enjoy the biryani and all that. But the work was done, thought process was done. He done a full research work. I met him personally. The people came for a funding here in Chandigarh, and they thought about how this idea is. Many people invested, and this was happening 4 years back. And they find out some funding people who were ready to fund biryani by kilo, ready to fund another small IT gaps. They find out. So if you find that this, so please try yourself also that what is going to be your vision for this business, because they will asking from you what you look after 5 years, what you look after 2 years. So if you are not having a business plan, if you're not having a goal set for next 2 years, 3 years, when the fundings will come, so it is there you have to achieve. One important thing, dear friends, please be very cautious and careful on this. You need a one coach about business. Who is a business coach? Many people who are into the business from last 10 years, from 15 years, they are looking for a business coach today, because business is a science. Business is not like that कि selling a peanuts, market में गए, एक peanut seller है, उसने लगाया kiosk and he starts selling peanuts. No, it is a science which all I shared with you. It is going to be there from end to end. You have to set up things in a very specific process. You need someone who can mentor you. I personally coached 2 or 3 students for making their business plans by sharing that how to make a business plan. So as a business coach or as a mentor, you need someone who is from your alumni, who are your seniors, who are from other people you know. Here, I need something. I'm going to start this thing. Is that viable? Is that going to have effective? How to do it? What things to be not implemented? What things to be implemented? So there is a full process of doing a business nowadays. Initially, it was not the idea, but now everyone is looking, because today there is so much of competition. You people are ready to take on the world. You all are ready. And out of 100, nearly 20-25% will be going for that. Let me try us. But there is no test and trial in business. Remember one thing. Remember one thing very clearly, there is no test and trial. If you are passionate about doing business, enter into it. Have a thought that yes, I am ready for it. I'm ready for funding. I was just talking to someone of my friend, and he is into the IT freelancer, and now he's doing a business. Man, how was your 2 years? He said 2 years I burned my cash. When I got 2 years, you burn your cash. How your wife has taken that one, because the family look for it. So you should be having your pockets ready. No burning your cash, but yes, to be ready for if some ups and downs come in your business. You should have that mindset. You should be that thought process when you're starting a new. If the things, one of my father was to say one thing to me, because my maternal grandfather was into a soap business, making a soaps. And when I was doing a college from Delhi University, my BCom honors, and I was to stay with my maternal grandfather in Delhi, and he was one of the pioneer in soap making. And I was to push him, please invest involve me and I don't have a maternal uncle. When I can take forward your soap business into the next, and I am ready for this thought process, and you are there to mentor me. But my father was to say one thing, that people who are good, who are the business who are successful, you can see that. You can see Vodafone, Idea, Airtel, but the small companies who are into telecom and never grown up, they all are dissolved. Only the good businesses are seen. The drone business are never seen. So he was to caution me, no, Sanjay, this is not there. If you felt sick. So one thing coming here was very clear, and which I still today feel about it. Whatever the reason that my grandfather was not able to hand over the business to me, and that business was closed in after he left this world, and the daughters were not able to take the business forward, and my father was also not interested to take me. So you need a support of your ecosystem. If the support of ecosystem is not coming, they will pull you back. Go to job. If you want to enter young minds, please see what the ecosystem is there. If the ecosystem helps you out, if everything is going as per your things, that is why I also say that please, if you start any startup or anything when you're entrepreneurship, please have one more partner with you. Have one more partner with you who can take on, who have his own skill sets, who is good in networking. You are an introvert. You can't make people talk to you. You are also not able to address to them. So what will happen? You need someone who is very good in marketing, who is very good in networking, who is very good in someone is very good in making a software. Yeah, you make a software, you do all these things, and I'll do the marketing of my products. I'll do a social media. I'm very good in YouTube. I'm very good in LinkedIn. I'm very good in another thoughts or anywhere in a social media, Instagram, and I can build up on that. And you built up on a software. So you need some people, and also when you recruit people in your business, dear, you should have that kind of a people in you who are having the passion for your business. So talk to people who are like-minded, who are into a business thoughts, who have to go for a job, let them go for a job. You talk to people, you have to sleep, eat, breathe, drink, everything a business then. That kind of a mindset happens. If that is created, you are going to be a business. From a small business, and it will evolve to a big business. So that is all about what your priorities are going to be first, and start from very small thing. Nobody has reached, if I talk about any IT gaps or anything, it will take some time. Not on a one day you will get an approval from government of any state that can come, we are going to this one. So don't do that. It will take some time. It will be evolved into the big business, but you have to do step by step by step by steps. You have to keep your eyes and ears open. Sometimes you will be making a presentation and nothing will happen. No one is coming forward to invest in you because your business plans are not very clear. So take the help of the professionals who are going to make a business plan for you. So this all has to be very creative. Who is going to be also, what is your market? How you are, so if you have that entrepreneurial spirit in you, that yes, I have that. What Mr. Sachdeva talked about today, I have that. My father will support me or not support me. I can make a business plan. I have that kind of a creativeness. I'm able to find the gap in the market. So that inclination is in you. Do the personal inventory of yourself. If you're able to do a personal inventory, I have what Mr. Sachdeva was talking, 4 or 5 I think I have. Someone near and dear will be able to guide me. He will be my mentor. He will be my business coach. I'm ready to invest in this business, and I'll pay to a professional business coach who will guide and mentor. I know many of the business coach who have made the company from zero to hero now. Just the business people are following their rules and regulation. And they were nothing. I'll tell you, I'll not name one of the very good person. He was working on a very lower level of, he can't speak English also. But today that business is having a good 25 franchises are sold. And when I came to know from other resource that he is under one of the business coach and he's learning from him. Good. They will tell you what to do, what not to do, why to do, when to do. So they will be giving you all that. So evolve. You are not resilient. Don't enter into a business. You are a problem solver. If some problem comes, the government of that state is saying, yeah, this documents are required, or this some issues, we also need a software, and you are able to do that software. So if you are a problem solver, if some problem is find out, if you are able to resolve it, or you want to go into 9 in the morning to office and come in the 5 in the, no, it is 24/7. Businesses are 24/7. You have to stretch yourself. So the young generation challenges are there, but we can't say that is not achievable. That features should be in you, that qualities should be in you, that mindset. I'll say this in the last 2-3 years after COVID and all, the one new word has been propped up is called a mindset. If the mindset is there, yes, anything can be achieved. If a mindset is not there, you can't achieve anything. Both ways. If you are optimistic, you are positive, you can do it in a very structured, but everything to be done in a very structured way. If some gap, you find out that there is a gap in my university, that something is to be done, find out the gap and then work on it. Keep a patience. Find out your good quality partner. And then from one university, go to other education university. Find out the gap in some other thing on online or anything, content management. You are very good in writing, but you are not a good speaker. Then start making a content. Today, I also write a content. I have my book. But before that, I attended a very good content. I'll tell you, there is a guy called one from, his name is Cisnity. His nickname is Cisnity. And he updates on his, I presume he is nearly 30 years old. And during COVID, he just started giving a LinkedIn. You all people are on LinkedIn. He start giving a training on LinkedIn. No, today he's having a BMW. He was working before COVID, but COVID he left and he started, and he was very good in some softwares. And he's doing a 5-day course on LinkedIn. And today thousands of students, the professionals, the business people have attended a LinkedIn sessions. And today he was just sharing in one of the sessions. I also attended his session, and I know that some of the things which we don't know, I learned from him, that how LinkedIn to be used. And today he's having a BMW. He said, my dream was to have, and I earned from it. There is another one, a guy, a young and vibrant person. He's having a design, this one, all digitalization. He started a business with digitalization, and that 2-3 years, he earned minted money in 2-3 years, and today he's sustaining and continuing with it. Some have started doing a content making. This all I'm saying are gaps, because I was not knowing that how to use a LinkedIn. I was not aware of that how the digitalization has to be done, and it will help me out in my studies, in my work and everything. So they find out the gap, they find out the advantage, and today they earn minted money in 2 years when everything was closed and only online things were happening. And today they are continuing with it. But yes, the marketing was done, the research work was done, that this is a gap. They were very passionate about. They know this, just not that I learned today and I start giving a training. No, they were passionate. For passionate, you have to do a total research work. You have to study. If a trainer or a teacher is coming to teach you, don't think so that he wake up in the early morning at 8:30 and he comes to your class at 9 o'clock and he start giving a lecture. No. You don't know his or her last night, that how much he has worked on teaching you. The same way, that how much the people are working to get into the pockets of others, that he will only spend, somebody will only spend some money. And now artificial intelligence is there, machine learning is happening. You people are from that vertical. So you see that this artificial intelligence, I will tell you, one of my colleague in one of the organization was into one of the company, and I was to the lady was to tell me that my husband is doing some the voice work on the mobiles when you do something. So he was making some software on voice, and he was in one of the IT company. And then she left the job, and I also moved on to some other. After a few years, I came to know that he's running a business, and now 50 people are working under him. And he just shared on one of the Facebook page with me that Google has appreciated his work, and he sold, many people sold. But he was so passionate about his work that he's thought of starting own business, and he's from a middle class family, and from universities like you, and started doing a good business, and 40 people are working under him. But yes, everything has to be, he's good into a networking, he meets people, he was good, passionate about his work, I'm repeating again, and all that kind of things. And scale up will not happen on first day, remember, dear friends. Now all these things I will now come to, you're not a businessman, you're not using all this which I shared with you into a business. Now what I have to, yeah, I have to go to do my own job. And dear, if you are a good entrepreneur's qualities are you will be very soon reaching to the top of the position in your organization. You will say that how I can reach by having a entrepreneurship qualities. Yes, if you will see your job that this job is like my business, that if I will not complete my work today, my boss is going to have a fire on me, because that happened in the business also, that you will not go here today, I have to meet somebody, because that was your business, that was your, you were owner of that. If you start feeling that your job is your ownership, you will be very successful in your job. I'm very creative, sir. I have thought this process, and anywhere, any vertical you are, either from HR, IT, anything, any design thinking you are doing, or anyone, any vertical you are, engineer, architect, anything. Yeah, I have a creative thought, sir. I have made this. It is good. Why? Because in business also you are going to be creative. Only thing is that missing is that money. But if you have to be very thought process by keeping that, if I'll say, sir, by this software, I'll be saving this money. The same thing you do in your business also. I believe that the person who is a good entrepreneur, qualities in him, he is going to be a job seeker person also. You have that kind of a mindset. Yeah, I have to make this switch lights off when I'm going out of my office, or I have created this thought process. Then when somebody leaves the office, or I leave my office, I will the lights will switch off itself. And this gap was there, and in the job you find out and you created that. So this is all about what you look forward to, what is the mindset, what you're looking for, vision, truth. And if you will not have a goals that by 2005 I'm not, many times I'll give you one more thing. If you feel like that, I will try this a new chapter in my life of business, so make a target that by 2027 I'll try to be a good business. If you are not able to do that business, then don't carry on, burn the money and everything. If you're not resilient, don't enter into a business. So ecosystem is going to support you. If you're, I was just checking with another one who I was sharing it during my earlier part of this address, that I checked with that person, yeah, when 2 years were burning and no business was coming, how your family treated, how your wife treated you. He said she was also sometimes losing a temper, that why you left the job and started doing all these things. So ecosystem is also very important for us. So this is all about, if you can have any questions, I'm ready to take on. Divya, you can take
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Do we have any questions?
Hello. Yes, I have a question that I'm always confused that I have ideas and like I want to do an online, like a course match. That is what I have an idea is. It's about like after 12th,
After 12,
students, they're
students,
confused on
they're
which
confused on which
course they have to take. So I thought, why don't we create a course match where there will be like certain questions after a certain research and talking to many professionals, that when they actually give that test, they can actually, like with the AI, we can work with AI, they can actually think, like it will just suggest that this course is good for you, this course you can take because that person has more interest in it. So I'm a little confused here. Should I go with this idea or should I just...
you see, who has this question? Kevin, you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Kevin, what is there in this industry? First of all, you have to check that. If this industry, I am sure that this industry where what you are talking about is having many such business people, sorry, are already into it. Now, if you want to also enter into it, are you having a good knowledge about what you are talking? What you want to enter into, if you are passionate about it? If you don't have, because what will happen sometimes, sometimes someone is not there to support you into this. Are you able to, if you have a knowledge of all the verticals which you are going to enter into, like someone is looking for that, this 7 8 things, are you having a IT knowledge? Are you having a good knowledge about the courses which are available in the market? Yes, I have a knowledge about, there are 10 15 20 courses. Are you able to have a network with the people who are able to, because what will happen, I'll give you that what is required into this. Here you need some of the, first of all, a website where you will be putting all your 10 15 some of the good people on this who are psychological very good into this, because you need some of the counselors into it. I am a HR passionate, you are having a passion in some of the contents you want to go enter into, and someone from want to enter into this field and they want to check that key, what to do, I should go to Canada or not. Now the study, he can pick up some material to study about Canada or something else in the study, but there are my trainers available on online. You can call them and they can, by paying, you can pay a 99 rupees and they will resolve your all 10 questions. So if you have a networking with such psychological people who are best in this, example, I am good into this, but you don't know me, you don't know any Sanjay Sachdeva who can do a psychology reading about that person. So first of all, you see, who make a keep a dashboard ready with you, that this is required. A checklist should be there. What is required? So what is your business plan? I need a good contents that somebody reads about it. That if you want to go into architect or something like that, you should be you should have an inclination for making a designs. You should know about, you should be from the background of engineering. You are a BCom graduate and want to be coming into a engineering this one. No. So you have to make a checklist of yours before starting your, the gap is very excellent. Kevin, the gap which you are finding is very excellent. People, I will be happy to enter into it and see that if my son or my some near and dear one will be happy and somebody is able to resolve his queries by paying X amount. So that, and some of the universities, so you need some very checklist to be ready before entering into it. Gap is find out. You are passionate, find out. You have done that. So all these things are there, but make it very clear that yes, I will be able to put everything together and then start my setup. If you're not able to put your thoughts together into a one dashboard or into one sheet, then it will be a painful, because once started, no, I have everything ready. I have a funds for this website where people can enter into it. I am good into a social media where the infos will reach to the customer. People will find out that, okay, my this is the place where I can find out my answers. my solutions. You are not good in social media, what will happen? Nobody will be able to reach you. You don't make a website, you don't make a WhatsApp groups. You will be surprised, Kevin and everybody present here. I am running a group, 3 or 4 groups, four groups of 800 HR professionals of Upper North. Now, Upper North is excluding Delhi and NCR. All 800 professionals are connected with me. When I do any workshop, I send my brochures, my team members send the brochures to these 800 professionals, and they nominate their people. This I got it that here, if I have to network, I meet many of them. I have set a target that I have to meet 10 people on this who will give a business to me. So you have to meet Kevin, make a checklist, make a social media strong, or anybody can support you from IT. I don't know you from which vertical. If somebody can support you in making a website, all this can happen. And then I'll give you an example, LinkedIn, which was done by that Cisnity. Many people are doing it, but Cisnity is still minting money. If you are able to also, and many should be, many are now doing business of teaching LinkedIn. So if Kevin Richards can also make this website ready and counseling sessions ready and all that kind of psychology, some of the tests will be put into place. Some of the psychometric tests will be put into that. We give this test and we will see that how much you score. Either you are having that kind of inclination to enter into this study or not. So all that is required, but you need and then when all these things are ready, you need a business approach that like I'm sharing with you these 7 things. So a business coach will tell me, keep this, make checklist, this checklist, who are from this same backgrounds, that do this, do this, do this, and do this, and then you take off. Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Sanjay, sir. Thank you so much, Sanjay, sir. I think I'm not actually from HR background. I'm from law vertical. So this was very informative.
I can give you for a law vertical what you can do as a business.
Sure, sir. I would love to have one session with you for that. So it was really very informative. Some of the takeaways that I could take from your session would, I think, would be a good business plan, a good mentor, and a good networking. That's how one could work.
Checklist. If a checklist is ready, one important thing in business, Dr. Divya, is resilient.
Sir. Yes, sir. Certainly.
You have to be resilient, and I'll tell you, one of the faculty from one of the university, I'm not named, she is also Dr. Divya. Okay.
All right.
And I was looking forward to do a session on HR analytics.
All right, sir.
I just met once in visiting that university, like I met you today.
Yes,
and
sir.
I met her and I said, will you be able to do a session for me?
Certainly,
and because I was looking forward for doing someone, because you should be doing that thing only which you are passionate. So I was not very passionate about HR analytics.
True.
And she said, Sanjay, I will do HR analytics 2-day workshop for your, and I got 25 participants.
Okay.
And Dr. Divya, another Dr. Divya was there, and she presented in such a good way, and I paid her. You see, along with her job, she got a permission from the university. Now she is into, and many of the organizations said, Sanjay, we need Dr. Divya to address. So a new vertical has opened for that person, that she can also do outdoor sessions on HR analytics along with her studies, doing teaching to the students.
Very, very true, sir. Very true. But it was really enlightening for me and for the whole team and the students who were there. We do have one word of appreciation for you. Can we please get it presented from our IT team? If they're there, can we present Sanjay sir as a word of appreciation, please?
Dr. Divya, one thing more you can do is that,
yes, sir.
If someone is looking for any support,
yes, sir,
any questions,
yes,
then
sir,
my request is that you can share my number and email ID.
Definitely,
they can personally ask me, and because I do the same for my HR professionals.
Certainly,
and I can support your students, what I can do my best.
Certainly, sir. Here's a little word of appreciation from our
Thanks,
side,
Dr.
from
Divya.
CT University. We are really thankful for your time and all your
Thank you,
energy, sir.
dear.
Thank you so
Thanks a
much, sir.
lot.
Thank you
ma'am.
so much, sir. We would like to bring an end to the session. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time
you.
again, Sir Sanjay, sir.
God,
It was wonderful having you with us.
God bless you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.